Hello, welcome to or back to my channel. My name's Gabrielle. I'm a senior in high school and today's video is a tutorial on how to make this amazing candy cane hat. It has a really cute swirl on the top and I'll teach you guys how to make that. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you guys want more videos like this. And I'm actually currently super excited to make videos like reacting to my subscribers' creations. If you guys want to submit some of your creations, make sure to follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. For this tutorial, you're going to need a white and a red color yarn. This is my favorite brand right now. I think it's super soft and everything. Here's all the details. I don't know if you want that. Definitely going to want some scissors. Your favorite crochet hook. I'm going to use a size 4.5 millimeter. If you feel like this is too loose, go ahead and use something smaller, whatever you want. Then you're going to want 2 stitch markers. I just use safety pins, but you can also use yarn scraps or whatever you have. At the end, we'll need a needle to weave in our ends. And this is optional, but I like to use measuring tape so that I can make sure that it fits my head. So to get your head measurement, if you want, you can make sure you don't have any eyebrows, so cover your eyebrows. And it should go right above the top of your ear and go all the way around. My head is 21.5 inches all the way around. I'll put up a sizing chart here to figure out how big your head is based on your age if you don't have a measuring tape with you. So you can just make a size that it says would fit you. Okay, so that might not make any sense, but I'm going to be following the measurements for a 21.5 size head, but also showing you how I make it fit that size head so that if you have a different size, you can also make it fit your size. So to start off our hat, we're going to make a magic circle. If you don't know how to do that, you're going to wrap it around your fingers like this and make a cross over the top. So again, start with the end here, wrap around your 2 fingers, and cross it over the top. How I keep the yarn in place is I put a finger over it over there. And then with your hook, go under the first loop on the far side of the cross, and then over the second strand, and pull that second strand through. Once you have it like this, you can turn your hand this way. So then just kind of relax everything and pinch where the loop is, so you can take everything else out. So once you have it pinched where the loop is, you can, wherever this tail is, drop it, grab this tail, and secure your loop and kind of pull it nice and tight by pulling down the strand here. Chain 1. And then to start off our spiral, we're going to do a single crochet into our magic circle. So go under your magic circle, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and then pull through both loops. Then we're going to do a half double crochet. So yarn over first, then go in your circle, then yarn over and pull up, so you have 3 loops on your hook. Then yarn over and you're going to pull the yarn through all 3. Next, you're going to do 2 double crochets. So yarn over, stick your hook through the magic circle, yarn over again, so you have 3 on your hook, but this time yarn over and only pull through the first 2 loops, like this. Then you have 2 left, yarn over and pull through the last 2. So let's repeat that. Yarn over, go through your magic circle, yarn over again. So now you have 3 on your hook and 1 yarn over, pull through 2, pull through the last 2. So that's going to be it for the center of our circle with the red. So pull your yarn up like this so that it won't come undone. Then go ahead and grab your second color. Since this is a candy cane, I'm using white. Then make a slip knot. So it's kind of the same way that you make a magic circle. Make a cross, but then just tuck that yarn through and pull it up. So you can kind of tighten it to fit your hook. So with your red loop, find where your double crochets are. They're the biggest stitches. You can see we go from small to big, and it should have the big red loop. So what you're going to do with your hook with the white yarn is you're going to stick it in next, right after the big stitches. And see the end with the tail? You're going to drop that. And what you're going to do is just stick your hook under the magic circle, yarn over, and you should have 2 pieces of yarn on your hook, and then yarn over and pull through both. That is your single crochet. Then we're going to do a half double crochet. So yarn over, go in your magic circle, yarn over, then you have 3 loops on your hook, so yarn over and pull through all 3. Then we're going to do 2 double crochet, so yarn over, go in your magic circle, yarn over, then yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Do that one more time, yarn over, go in your magic circle, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. So now you should have something that looks like this. It looks a little wild, I know. So pull up like we did for the red. And then what we're going to do is we're going to find that magic circle tail, and we're going to pull on it until our circle closes. So it should look like that. Then these strands are going to be a little bit annoying. You can choose to weave them in later, or you can weave them in now. I like to weave in mine now because I don't like weaving in them later. So go ahead and stick your hook through the red again. And for this next row, we're going to do 3 double crochet increases, which basically means that in the next 3 stitches, we're going to make an increase. So 2 double crochets in each of the next 3 stitches. So in our first V that is white, we're going to yarn over and stick our hook through. Make sure you have both V loops under. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through that V loop. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. Repeat that again and go into the same stitch that we just went into. Yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. So that is 1 double crochet increase. So we're going to do that in the next stitch and then the next stitch. Okay, once you've finished that, you should have something that looks like this. Pull up your red yarn, and we're going to start using our stitch markers because our rows are going to start getting a lot bigger. So place your stitch marker in the last stitch that you made. So mine's right there. Then we're going to insert our hook into the white loop next. And we're basically going to do the same thing to the red side. So we're going to make 3 double crochet increases. My tails are right here, so I'm going to actually pinch them along my work to weave them in. If that's confusing to you, just leave them, tuck them underneath, and we'll deal with them later. So yarn over, then go under your first V, like that. And I'm going to tuck my tails on over that. Yarn over again, pull through 2, pull through 2, then go into that same stitch and do another double crochet. Go into the next stitch, make 2 double crochets into that stitch, and last double crochet increase, 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Pull your yarn up and place the second stitch marker in the last stitch that you just made. We can see our spiral forming. It's so cute. So next, we're going to do increases with the red. So stick your hook into the red loop, pull it tight, and we're going to make increases all the way into the stitch with the next stitch marker. So do 2 double crochets into each stitch, just like we were just doing, all the way until you reach the stitch with the stitch marker, and I'll meet you there. Okay, so I just crocheted an increase into the last stitch, And I'm gonna remove the stitch marker and replace it into my red last stitch. Okay. Then once that's placed, I'm gonna pull up my red yarn and stick my hook into the white loop and pull it tight. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the white yarn all the way to the red stitch marker, placing 2 double crochets into each stitch and into the stitch marker stitch. And I'll see you guys there. Okay, so this is what my hat looks like now. I'm going to go ahead and remove my stitch marker and place it back into my white last stitch. So that is all with the double crochet increases. We have a new pattern for the next row. Go ahead and pull up your white yarn and we're gonna stick our hook back into the red loop. For this next row, we're gonna make a double crochet like normal in the first stitch, and in the second stitch we're going to make an increase. So do 2 double crochets in the next stitch. I'm going to repeat that pattern all the way down. So the next one we're just going to make 1 double crochet, and then we're going to do an increase in the next stitch and repeat that all the way until you get to this stitch marker. And I'll see you back. Find the white loop and we're going to place our hook in it, and then we can pull down to tighten that loop. And I still have some ends left that I was weaving in, like this white one, but we're going to continue the pattern that we just did with the red with the white. So 1 double crochet into our first stitch and then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. And we're just going to continue repeating that all the way until you reach the red stitch marker down there, and I will meet you guys back. Okay, it's really starting to look circular now. For the next row, we're going to stick our hook into the red yarn, and then we're going to do 2 normal double crochets in the next 2 stitches. So 1 in the first stitch, 1 in the second stitch, and then we're going to do an increase in the third stitch. So in the first stitch, do a normal double crochet. In the second stitch, do a normal double crochet. In the third stitch, make 2 double crochet. And repeat that pattern all the way until you reach the white stitch marker as usual. And insert our hook into the white loop and repeat the same pattern all the way to the red. So 1 double crochet in the first stitch, 1 double crochet into the second stitch, and 2 double crochet into the third stitch. And I'll see you guys when you get down to the stitch marker. Okay, so this is what I have so far. This is the hat measurements. So I am a 21.5, which I've circled in yellow. So my crown width, which is this middle column, is going to be 6.75 to 7 inches. So I'm going to measure this and see how big it is. And you can do the same for your head. So far mine is almost 5 inches, so that tells me I can definitely do another row. So for the next row, you might be able to guess, but we're going to stick our yarn into the red, and we're going to do 3 normal double crochets. So 1 double crochet in the first, second, and third stitches. Then in the fourth, we're going to make an increase, so 2 in the fourth stitch. So go ahead and repeat that all the way around. 3 normal double crochets and then an increase in the fourth stitch. So after you complete that row and you move your stitch marker, place your hook into the white yarn loop and go ahead and do the same thing with the white yarn all the way to the red stitch marker. So 3 double crochets and then an increase. Right now it's at 6. So I'm gonna do one more row. So for the next row, we're gonna stick our hook into the red. Then we're going to do 4 normal double crochets and then an increase. And repeat that all the way until you get to the white stitch marker. And I'll see you back there. So you probably could have guessed, but you're gonna go ahead and stick your hook into the white loop. And so we're going to do the same thing with the white. So 4 normal double crochet, and then with your 5th one, make an increase. Repeat that all the way until you get to this stitch marker, and I'll see you guys back with a new measurement. Subscribe to my channel to get more amazing tutorials like this, obviously. So let's go ahead and see what the measurement for this is. It is 7, so that's pretty much perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to make the bend for the bucket hat. So place your hook into the red loop, and to make the bend we're only going to go into the front loops, and there's no more increasing or anything. This was just to make sure it was big enough for your head. So you're just going to do same thing with double crochets, but only place them in the front loops. So go ahead. Oh, if you don't know what a front loop is, if you're a beginner or something, here, let me turn this brightness down so you guys can see the white better. There's 2 loops that make up a V that shows your stitch. So for the front loops only, you're going to go up only into this front loop. So you're only going under 1 loop of each stitch, and then doing the same thing all the way until you reach the other stitch marker. And then we're gonna switch our hook into the white and do the front loops only from the white to the red stitch marker. Insert your hook into the red color. Then you're just going to do double crochets in each stitch just like normal. No increases, no only front loops or anything. Just normal double crochets in each stitch all the way until you reach this stitch marker. Then you know how it is, switch to the white color, do that same thing all the way around back to the start, and then repeat that for 5 rows. But basically you do enough rows so that when you fold it in half, the length from the top to the bottom is 6 to 7.5 inches. So it was 5 rows, enough rows so that the length is 6.5. So that's gonna leave some length extra to get to 8 inches for the outer part of the bucket hat. So yeah, I'll have enough for like a little cute border. Okay, so to make the next bend, we're going to do front loops only again, and we're also going to have an increase pattern. Put your hook into the red loop, pull the loop taut, and then do 4 normal double crochets and then an increase in the 5th stitch. Repeat that all the way until you get to the white stitch marker, and I'll see you guys back. Okay, so this is what I have so far. It looks like a candy cane bowl. Now we're going to attach our hook to the white loop and pull it tight, and then we're going to do the same thing with the white all the way down. So do 4 double crochet front loops only, and then an increase front loop only in the 5th stitch, and do that all the way until you get to this red stitch marker, and I'll see you guys back. Okay, so you'll probably notice that it'll start bending outwards, which is exactly what we want. So for the next row, we are not doing front loops only anymore. We're just doing normal double crochets, but we are having an increase pattern. So you're gonna do 6 normal double crochets and an increase in the 7th stitch. And just repeat that all the way until your stitch marker. Switch to white and do that to complete the row, and I'll meet you guys back. So for the next row, we're gonna do, so last time we did 4, then we did 6, so now we're gonna do 8 normals and then an increase, of course, going through both loops, which I just did not just do. So go ahead and do 8 double crochets and then an increase. Do that all the way until you get to the stitch marker. Switch to white. Do that same thing until you get right back to where we started, so it's a full complete row. and then I'll see you guys back. Okay, so this is my bucket hat so far. I think this is enough rows out for me. If you guys want to do another row, go ahead. So we just did 8 and then an increase. Then you can do 10 normal stitches and an increase if you want to add another row. However, for me, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start the last and final no increases row. And this time I'm gonna do half double crochets. So anything on top of the red, I'm gonna do in white. And I'm not gonna make any increases. I'm not gonna go in front loops only. I'm just doing normal half double crochets, and I'll remind you what that is if you don't remember. So you're gonna yarn over, go in your stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3. Yarn over, go through your next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, go through all 3 loops. So do that across all of the red stitches, and when you get to the end of the red, we're gonna switch colors to white to red. We're gonna switch colors to red when we place our last white stitch there. I don't know, you'll see what I mean. So yeah, crochet until that next stitch marker, and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so I made it to the stitch marker. Hopefully you have too. So let's, well, first of all, take it out. Put it in our last white stitch. So stick your hook into the red. Then we're going to start doing half double crochets with the red all the way to our white stitch marker. And when you get there, I'll show you guys how to tie it off and make it actually look cute. All right, see you at the end. Okay, so I made it to my stitch marker, and now I'm gonna do a single crochet into the next stitch. So don't yarn over, just go right through. Then yarn over and pull through. Then you should have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both loops. Then we're gonna do a slip stitch. So just go into your next stitch, yarn over and pull through. Don't yarn over, simply go right through the stitch on your hook. Now we're going to chain 1. So yarn over, pull through, and then just pull up your yarn a little bit and cut it off, and then pull that out and pull that tight. You can remove your stitch marker now, and then go ahead and do the same thing with the white yarn. So stick your hook in there. Oh my god. So yeah, do a single crochet into your next stitch. The heck? Okay, then do a slip stitch. Oh, am I not in focus? Then do a slip stitch, then chain 1, pull your yarn up, go ahead and cut it. Oh my god. Go ahead and cut it off and pull it up. Remove your stitch marker, and we're basically done. Now we're just going to take our needle and we're gonna weave in our ends. So you might have ends in the middle here. So I'll teach you how to weave in the ends doing these, and then do the same for the middle ones, but I wove mine in as I went, so I don't. So to weave it in an end, go ahead and thread your needle with your end, and then go through the back side. So what won't be showing when you wear it. And then with your needle, stab underneath these V's and try to stay in your same color. So if I'm threading a white end, I'll go under my white stitches just so it's less visible. So I'm just going underneath each of these V's like so. And you should go through 5 or 6 and that should be enough. Give it a little tug tug. And then do the same thing with this side, and there we go. There's our candy cane hat. I'm really excited. So you guys can wear it with the red in the front or the white in the front, whichever one you guys want. And it's so cool because we got like that whole spiral thing going on the top. I think it's so cute. Thank you all for watching. Comment if you have any questions. Subscribe to my channel if you like my style of videos. And give this video a thumbs up to let me know that you liked it. Okay, see you guys in the next video. Bye!